Hey guys, George Alexander here, and today is day 4 of George and Sesska's 13 Nights of Horror. Yesterday, we went back to the 80s with Reanimator, which was definitely different from the time before when we were watching the VHS. They're on different vibes, let's just say that.
Yeah, very different vibes.
But today we're throwing it even further back in time, and we're going to be watching The Birds. Now, I have never seen this film, but Jess, you have, correct?
Yes, at various times.
Okay. And
Yeah.
is it a fan favorite of yours? Do you enjoy it?
I think it's up there. I mean, it's certainly different from the type of horror movies we get today, but I think it's a classic for a reason.
Yeah.
And I'm just excited to have found a relatively well-known classic that you haven't seen.
I know.
Be honest.
It takes some time. You know, there are a few out there, especially the old one. I mean, my friends at the horror hour always say like George hasn't seen enough 80s and stuff, but there is there's a few of even the older ones that I haven't seen. And I'm joined today actually by
man.
I'm holding it this way round because if I was to turn it, you would see it's been under the bed and the amount. So let's just
exposing yourself today.
I know.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put him. Actually, I could put him over here. He can sit there. I think. Right.
Yeah.
There we go. Lovely.
Does he have a name?
Bran. No. No. He's Raven. That's so Raven. So
yep.
We'll go with that one.
Love it.
No, I'm really excited to watch this because I know it is a classic, and I say I didn't really know anything about this film other than the scene in the telephone box. I think it's telephone box with the woman scream. That's the only scene that I know. So I'm looking forward to seeing what else there is and the context behind that scene and everything. So I think it's going to be a good one. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, guys. Also, make sure you jump over to Sesska's for tomorrow's video because we're back to back. And let's just get into this one. Here we go.
Are you scared of birds?
No, I'm not. I don't understand people. Like, we have pigeons over here.
Yeah.
And people, if they flap in the street, everyone's screaming. I mean, that doesn't bother me. So I wouldn't like a vulture to come down on me, but
who would?
No, true.
Ominous.
Look at these cats in the window. Do you have pet stores in America with actual cats and dogs in?
I try not to look at them because it kind of just makes me sad.
Yeah.
I think they do exist, though. Yes.
You've ever seen so many gulls? But I'm sure they're on the way. Would you mind if I called? No. All right.
A casual Saturday.
I know.
Buying a talking bird.
A talking bird. Oh, look at the puppies.
Yes, what is it you're looking for, sir?
Lovebirds.
Lovebirds, sir?
Yes, I understand there are different varieties. Is that true?
Oh, yes, there are. No, those are
That's a
red birds.
lot of birds.
Oh, I thought they were strawberry finches.
Oh, yes, we call them that, too.
Why would you even try?
Doesn't what make me?
Having all these poor little innocent creatures caged up like this.
Well, we
can't.
See from Peter?
I suppose not.
Well, they get us sort
Man,
of
just go with the lie. I mean,
To be fair, yeah, I probably would do this. I've been the times before when I've been in a shop and somebody's thought I'd work there, and I've tried to help.
Are you sure you
Not to this extreme.
Oh.
What is this gonna do?
There we are.
Oh, there.
Wonderful. All right, you don't have to grab it like that.
Back in your gilded cage, Melanie Daniels.
Okay, judgy.
I know, yeah. It's not like she's because you walked in with an orangutan, is it? Two little birds. I kind of do like bird. I wouldn't mind a bird. It's just the noise. They'd be loud all the time, wouldn't they?
Bodega Bay. Where's that?
Up the coast about 60 miles north of here.
60.
She starts driving there with these birds.
Freeway or 2 hours if you take the coast highway.
She's got it bad.
She's giving creep vibes right now.
Away too. I'm awfully sorry.
Oh my god, that's so
Get it, girl.
The bird's going like that. This doesn't look American. So I've got an idea of what America looks like, I suppose. And it's not that. That looks like the UK. This looks like Scotland.
She drove to Scotland. It's quite a...
She's very adamant to meet this man.
I'm looking for a man named Mitchell Brenner.
Yeah,
Do you know
She doesn't
him?
even know where he
Where
is.
does he
I
live?
know.
right here, Bodega Bay.
Oh, yes,
Where does
I
he
know,
live?
but where?
Right across the bay there.
Where?
Girl, this is a bit much.
Mm-hmm.
Now, see where I'm pointing?
Yes?
See them two big trees across there?
You mean on the other side of the bay?
You could get yourself a boat and cut right across the bay to their dock.
Oh
Where
God,
would I
girl.
get a boat?
You're gonna rent a
Down by the
boat.
Tides restaurant.
This seems a lot for a man you
with
met
a handle and all.
2 minutes.
Oh, of course.
Want me to order one for you?
Plot twist. This would actually just be about these two birds.
The bird.
The birds.
It's actually a love story.
Yeah?
Would you appreciate all this effort if someone...
I mean,
you
I
know-
can't even get a message back on Tinder. So if somebody did this for me, I would
I'll
be...
take it.
Let's get married.
Haywood?
Yes,
I'm Melanie Daniels. I'm sorry to bother you, but
yes.
well, the man at the post office sent me. He said you could tell me the name of the little Brenner girl.
Kathy?
The one who lives in the White House across the bay?
Yes, that's the one, Kathy Brenner.
You seemed sure it was either Alice or Lois.
Which is why the mail never gets delivered to the right place in this town.
Well, I'd better be on my way.
There's a sign for a room to rent there. If
Not
she
at all.
fucking stays... She's like, I'm moving in.
Did you drive up from San Francisco by the coast road?
Yes.
Nice drive. Is that where you met Mitch?
Oh,
Now
Yes.
she's getting on.
I guess that's where everyone meets Mitch.
Now, you sound a bit mysterious, Miss Hayworth.
uh-oh.
Do I?
The plot
I don't mean
thickens.
to. Actually, I'm an open book, I'm afraid.
This is giving Fatal Attraction vibes.
I know. It's like if it wasn't called The Birds, and you wouldn't think that like that had something to do like
Yeah, if you like watch this
This-
without like knowing the name of it on like the credits, like you would be
you would
like,
think she's a crazy
Yeah.
lady, stalker lady.
oh, she's just doing it herself.
Oh,
I thought
see you later, bitch.
I thought he was taking it. She said, I'll go on my own, thank you. Oh my god, now she's paddling, so she's not making a noise. This is... She needs to be
She's-
studied.
So lucky. She's attractive.
Yeah.
Oh my God, girl.
We talked about
Girl.
people coming into houses, not ringing doorbells.
This is too much. This is too much.
This is now like illegal.
Oh my God. Psycho.
This is what?
Make sure he doesn't see you. He might think you're crazy.
I know.
Oh!
What are you doing up here?
What kind of law?
Criminal.
Is that why you want to see everyone behind bars?
Oh, not everyone, Miss Daniel.
Only violators and practical jokers.
That's right.
She is a piece of work.
Is this his mother?
I thought I saw your car. What are you doing in town?
I had to acknowledge a delivery.
Of what?
Mother, I'd like you to meet Melanie Daniels. Miss Daniels, my mother.
How do you do?
How'd you do, Miss Daniels? Acknowledge of what?
Annie may have made other plans. I'll have to see. Besides, I can find
Girl,
my own
this
way.
game
Sure,
you're
now, you want to
playing.
vote?
This is
I'm
psychotic
sure.
or sociopathic.
Maybe.
Did you find her?
Hey,
all right?
bestie.
Yeah. Remember that time I went to college?
That sign there.
I knew that was there for a reason.
Suppose I could have the room for just a single night?
Well, I was planning on renting it for a longer
Oh,
time.
I would appreciate it. I've tried everywhere in town. They're all full.
Well, all right.
This is gonna be a fun family dinner, I bet.
It's gonna be Tension beyond belief. Been on a walk?
Didn't he say he'd pick you up?
I know, I thought that. But why is this girl running? Does she even know her?
Miss Daniels?
Yes?
Oh, they're beautiful. They're just what I wanted.
Now, I told you, dear, we met yesterday.
In a bird shop.
In a bird shop.
She was selling birds.
Oh, no, I just led her into believing that I believed she was. And then, well, it's all very complicated.
But she did buy the lovebirds and then drove all the way out here.
Not that?
Yeah.
Where did you go to
And
law
it
school?
sounds psychotic.
Yeah.
You'd think he could manage to keep her name out of print. She's always mentioned in the columns, Mitch.
Yes, I know.
She is the one who
Mom!
took us to in Rome last summer, isn't she?
So you didn't go to school again?
No.
And you didn't come up here to see her?
No.
You were lying.
Yes, I was lying.
What about the letter you wrote me? Is that a lie, too?
I wrote the letter.
What did it say?
It said, "Dear Mr. Brenner, I think you need these lovebirds after all. They may help your personality." That's what it said.
But you tore it up.
Wow.
Because it seemed stupid and foolish.
Like jumping into a fountain in Rome.
I told you what happened.
You don't expect me to believe that.
Oh, I don't give a damn what you believe.
I think you
Why?
really do.
Oh, it might be fun.
Well, that might have been good enough in Rome, but it's not good enough now. Thank you, Annie.
Oh,
Uh,
who that can be? Someone there? Who is it?
Look.
Oh,
Poor thing. Probably lost his way in the dark.
There's a full moon.
That was very dramatic. Maybe it just died. I'm interested to know where this was filmed.
Do you just refuse to believe it's in
No,
America?
no, it's not that. I do believe it's an American. I've seen the houses, but I just mean in general. I'd be intrigued to know, like that's my vibe of America is like those type of coastal towns and.
3. There you go.
Oh man. Oh. Here we go.
Oh. Now it begins.
Oh, check out the balloon. Oh.
Help me get the children into the house.
Oh,
makes
one of
3
those
times.
girls was getting pecked
know,
at
she
in
was
the
such
head
a-
really bad.
That girl's dead.
This isn't usual, is
She's
it?
not gonna make it.
The girl when I was in the boat yesterday, the one at Annie's last night, and now
Last night, what do you mean?
a girl smashed into Annie's front door. Mitch.
Oh my god. Get the fuck
I don't know
out.
if you're gonna swoop him out like that.
If Lydia's gonna get. My god.
I mean, just hitting. To be fair, I don't know what I would do in this scenario. Probably just like
Yeah,
this and,
I wouldn't know what to
just wait. I don't know. Different times, maybe.
Ooh! Did Dan die? Dan died.
Oh.
Ooh! Wow. I'm intrigued to see how this film ends. I don't know if it's going to end like Planet of the Apes, where it's just birds.
Everybody's eyes are pecked out.
Yes, I'm sure she's fine.
I don't know.
Do I sound very
I mean,
foolish?
birds are flying into
Yeah.
houses, pecking people's eyes out.
Because my son seems to be very fond of you. And I don't quite know how I feel about it.
Oh, let's just be honest.
Yeah, well.
Love that.
I don't even know if I like you or not.
Is that so important, you're liking me? Would you like me to go for her?
Oh, I couldn't ask it.
Oh, I don't mind, really.
I don't mean to fuel the paranoia, but
Melanie.
I don't know that she's fine at the school.
No.
Thanks for the tea.
Thanks for spilling the tea. Hunty. Who's going to go, hi, I'm going to pull Kathy from school because of the birds.
Also, you're not
a relative
guardian of some kind that... Do they just give children to random women who...
I suppose if Anne's there, she'll be like, is it Anne or Alice? She'll be like, yeah, you go, Anne.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
This poor woman's been wearing the same outfit all weekend.
I was just about to say that.
Ooh. Go slow and quietly.
Well, like, what are you gonna do?
You have to. Is there a basement? Maybe. We're not getting full stop. Oh, close the door.
Close that door quickly.
Miss Daniels would like to see how we conduct ourselves during a fire drill. I would like you to show her
how quiet.
As quickly as you can. That is
There must be a room in this place that's like. There must be a.
Let's just board up the windows.
Yeah.
I don't know if this, like, let's all be quiet until we run into panic, like, is a good idea.
In the open. Well, that didn't last long, did it? Bloody hell. And now you're leading them all to town, so everyone's... Oh no, not the ginger kid.
Oh no!
Let's take it in!
What do you tell your parents? We were safe inside until this crazy...
This crazy woman who turned up 2 days ago brought some birds with her.
Oh, Daddy, there were hundreds of them.
I do know. Ornithology happens to be my avocation. Birds are not aggressive creatures, miss. They bring beauty into the world. It is mankind...
Sam, 3 southern fried chicken. Baked potato on all of them.
I don't know why.
I thought not. Birds have been on this planet, Miss Daniels, since Archaeopteryx. 140
She
million
won't be
years
told.
Ago. Doesn't it seem odd that they'd wait all that time to start a war against humanity?
No one called it a war. I keep telling you, this isn't a few birds. These are gulls, crows...
Like, why is she the only one talking? Like, where's Anne? Where's the kids to be like, this actually happened?
Yeah, there's like a bunch of kids bleeding because they just got like pecked at.
How could we possibly hope to fight them?
Look.
Oh!
He said...
Melanie, you stay in here. Come on now.
I gotta take
what are you going to do? Like, run out and do... and? Oh, they're going to help him. It's like a...
Yeah, sometimes people like to help people, George.
I'm sorry. I was like, why are you all going...
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
See, this could help. Set them on fire.
Look out! Look out! Watch out!
I do not remember that.
Jeez, now.
All because of some birds. Oh,
here's the scene.
Here we are.
So get in a small glass box, love. I don't even know what you would do though.
I know. That is slightly the terrifying thing here. You're just like, well.
I suppose you could wet them. I want to know where the old woman is and be like, you were saying?
I know, be very steady.
Oh, they're all in there. Yes?
And? Oh! This lady.
Come on then, love. Give us it.
When you got here, the whole thing started.
Ooh, she's an omen. And it is true.
Who are you? What are you?
They said you brought birds. Okay, I don't relate to this lady anymore. Oh!
She said,
"Slap that bitch."
I think they're going.
"Oh no!"
Oh no. Stay here. Stay here.
What happens when you run out of wood?
I don't know. We'll break up the furniture.
You don't know. You don't know. When will you know? When we're all dead again? If only your father was here.
Okay. All right.
You'll need to calm down. Lydia's like, well, I might as well not be here. Where are you running to, girl?
Uh-oh.
So one of the windows wasn't.
There are some windows not boarded up.
They said we're going to pet through that wood, bitch.
They will. Sorry,
We know you're in there. And Melanie's really helping there, everyone. Thanks for helping him.
Mitch over here. Doing the most.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be insensitive to all of their trauma and everything that they're going through, but I'm going to need some of these others to step it up.
Yeah.
A little bit.
We can't all be going, what are we going to do? You mean, what's Mitch going to do? Because Mitch seems to be offering assistance. Hello. Oh my God. Oh.
Well, that's right. Sacrifice yourself and stay in there. To be fair, I feel like flailing about is probably what I would do too.
I mean, but you shouldn't need to turn around and open the door. You're going to get bit, obviously. So just...
Right, let them into the fucking house. Oh.
I know she's alive, right? She's just calm.
Here, oh, it's just shock.
Oh no, I think she's dead.
Oh, yeah, that looks great.
Well,
we're just gonna walk through this, guys. Do you think it's like The Walking Dead if you cover yourself in bird guts,
that they
just
would
wade
stop.
away, or dress up like a bird?
Yeah, maybe if you go like
pretend.
They're not bothering him there.
These birds are hilarious. They're just not attacking him right now.
Also,
they don't feel like it right now.
No, they must have just go through phases. Some of them are, but maybe because it's not making a noise. I don't know. I would have said make sure you're right at this front door. The minute I close this door, be at the front door ready.
They won't be.
No, you're going to cover Carrie, Melanie.
Yeah, maybe we put.
With horses where they put the things on. Because if she screams, put your hand over her mouth.
Where's the little girl?
They said Kathy's staying behind. I mean, at this point, I would probably just run to it because they only attack, obviously, at set times. Do you know what I mean? It's not in somebody...
Mitch?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Stay there.
Stay there, why? You just come...
Can I bring the lovebirds, Mitch? They haven't harmed anyone.
Oh, all right, bring him.
We're wasting too much time here. Oh, she's got one there. Okay.
Oh, okay, she came prepared. Okay,
Yeah,
Kathy. Oh, maybe they fall in love.
Maybe. Well, she wanted a mother, didn't she? Now, bitch, I would just be that accelerator would be going from 0 to 200 real quick.
All right, time to go. They're like, this is our house now.
Yeah.
Don't you ever come back.
Oh, is that it? Is there an end credit scene? Okay, that was really good. I mean, I didn't expect it not to be. I mean, it's a Hitchcock film, so I wasn't like terrible. But I actually really I like. I think he does it with most of his films. Like there is two. You have like the two stories going on. So like at the beginning, the first half is all about like this weird love triangle, like
yeah,
and then it goes into which is very similar to like Psycho, where it's like this woman's escaping, and you think it's all about her, and then it takes to the real one. But no, I mean. Interesting. I love the setting, and I was like just so confused by Melanie's actions at the beginning of this film. Was like,
I did not remember her being as and I think they were trying to write her as this kind of really unique sort of not your average woman type of role, but it comes off a bit insane.
Yeah, but I mean, it worked out because Mitch obviously went for that type of thing.
Yeah, it paid off. It had good payoff,
and it was. But I kind of like because I thought, well, again, I didn't really know about the film, and I thought, oh, maybe it's taking place in the city. But I did like the sort of small town because you felt like, well, especially with like Annie and things like that, and then the pet and the mother and Kathy, you felt like you knew the characters a bit more rather than just like everyone's. Obviously, there was a lot more. There was a lot of background extras, but it felt a lot more like I don't want this word. It's secluded. It's like contained in a way. Like you felt like quite. It was all like damn.
I also think the setting was really good for this particularly, because if it was anywhere else like on the mainland or whatever, it would have been very like, oh, the birds would just get everywhere.
Yeah,
they would just, so right now, I mean, they can't contain it. I can't imagine. And I don't know if this is like the birds being like, well, we live here now, and they'll just stick to that, or if it's just going to become a worldwide phenomenon. Birds just attacking.
Yeah, it's like the OG. Have you seen The Happening by M. Night Shyamalan?
Yeah,
and that's obviously about like Mother Nature. So I guess in a sense, it's obviously very heavily influenced by this film. You can tell, and maybe it is like just them wanting their land. But I suppose you don't need, because a lot with these films will be like, well, this is the reason why. Do you know what I mean? Like they kind of spoon feed stuff. So I kind of like that they don't do this in this one. It's just like it is left up to your interpretation on why they came, and why was it the Bay, and was and things like that. I think that makes it better than being like spoon fed, like they were injected with some sort of chemical. Like
sometimes not knowing is so much better for horror purposes, but also I love the idea of, I know there are people who are actually scared of birds and they really don't like birds, but I always love the idea of making something that's not typically known as very terrifying as scary, and as much of a threat that, like, what do? You can board up the house, but they're making their way in anyway. And that whole scene where like the explosions and all of this stuff, and then everybody's just running around screaming. I feel like at that point, what do? You just try to get to like some place, and then wait it out. I mean, how many of them are there? It's like they could tag in and out.
It's like you don't and you never know, like you don't know how long it's going to go on for, how far it's going to spread, like and how do you begin to even think about containing something like that? So, but I can imagine as well, when this came out, it was probably even more terrifying because it was something people weren't used to, like these types of films. So I can imagine that it was like I bet you people were scared of birds for a long time after this film came out.
I love this scene where she's like right outside of the playground, and it starts with like one bird and then a couple, and then like before you know it, there's just like so many. And I do not like the plan that they came up with after that.
No.
That take all of the kids outside and then make them run and scream in panic. I felt like that was not it.
No, I don't. Like I say, I think they should have found somewhere. I mean, at that point, they hadn't attacked anyway. It was only when they came out they started attacking. So they should have maybe found somewhere inside that was. But it did give for a good scene of all these kids getting attacked.
It did. Well, I just love that, like, be in a single file.
Yeah.
And, you know, be really quiet until I say run, and then run and like in many different directions. And they're kids, so they're obviously going to be screaming while they run. They're not going to, it's just.
And they didn't even make it 2 steps out of those doors before they started screaming and running.
I know.
Thought we were like going slow, and then she was going like, right, you make your way that way. But they just like opened the doors and like fled.
Anarchy happened. Yeah.
Crazy. And I would have liked to seen the old woman and found out what her thoughts were. I would think it would have been, there should have been an extra scene where like they went outside somewhere and like this is bad, but she was dead. And it was like, you know, well, we told you. But it made me laugh though that all these people were like, it's all because of you. I mean, it could have been, who knows? I mean, it could have been some weird supernatural phenomena thing. I mean, they were in San Francisco, or was that just that big? That was the beginning of it, and it just so happened to start there. And it was obviously it was spreading out, so they were all.
I mean, you can't really contain it.
No, really I mean, like the woman said, like 100 billion birds on the planet, and in like the 60s, there was only about 3 billion people living on the planet. So I mean, they were outnumbered extremely.
Yeah, I definitely. I mean, I will say, how do you feel about Melanie? Obviously, her, you know, actions are kind of questionable in the beginning, at least to us. I mean, maybe at the time it was like really endearing and charming, but I feel like to us, we're like, this is too much. I don't know how I feel about this. But in defense, Mitch did kind of already know who she was and played a little game with her. So maybe it's her, but I think she went a little above and beyond for our taste. Do you still find her to be like a likable main character, or do you?
Yeah, I mean, I think towards the end, you know, in the second hour of the film, she definitely, you know, did a lot to help other people. I think, you know, it's one of those things where you're like, well, can you excuse the? I mean, she wasn't a mass murderer by any means. Just some of the things she did was questionable. But like you say, you know, maybe she kind of understood what kind of man Mitch was, and kind of because again, he was not.
She had more insight than we did.
So maybe
he was down.
Yeah, maybe she kind of got that vibe from him when they first met, and she thought, yeah, I don't think she goes around doing this to every single person. But no, I liked her, but I really liked Annie as well, and I was really sad when she died, because I thought she seemed like really nice and
insanely understanding.
Yeah,
for somebody who stayed in a town, you know, to be close to somebody, and then to have like the next woman, I don't know,
like come in and then die protecting his sister, and like there's a lot. But no, I liked Melanie towards the end. I thought, like I say, she did a lot to help. Like she wanted to go and get things done and get people, and she was trying to obviously warn people. And I obviously then warmed to Lydia towards the end, when you kind of understand that her motive really is that she's just lonely, and she just thinks that someone will be taking her place. So, and in the end, there obviously it seemed that they made peace with each other in that sense. And poor Mitch was having to do everything. And Kathy just wanted those bets.
Even in those scenes towards the end, it's just, if any of the others, just check to make sure. We're just, instead of sitting there, we're going to check to make sure that everything's holding up.
Yeah, like, oh, did you do upstairs? What was and all this stuff. But
just see if there's any weak points.
yeah, but yeah, in that last scene, Melanie, well, towards the end, Melanie was really giving Barbara from, have you seen Night of the Living Dead?
Yes.
And Barbara just sits there in shock for like the remainder of the film, and you're like, hello, would anybody like to help? So Melanie was really giving those vibes.
I do not want to discount the trauma that and especially I will say, especially this little girl who just saw her teacher like murdered.
Yeah, in front of her.
I'm not really trying to be, but at this point we all have to do our parts a little bit if we want to make it out.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, I mean, I'm really glad that it's it's one of those films you're like, oh yeah, I will watch one day, that you just never I never got round to, but I'm so glad that I did watch it and that you'd picked it, because I would definitely watch this film again. It's got like a sort of, and maybe it's the setting, it's got like a comfort or homely quality to it, especially with the small town.
For a horror film, for sure. Yeah.
And like, the little cafe and the shop and things. And again, I think that makes the setting a lot better, because you feel a bit more comforted or enclosed, rather than like this huge San Francisco city where there's millions of people there and everyone's just getting, attacked. So no, I loved it. Did you enjoy rewatching it?
Yeah. I've seen it a couple of times, but it hasn't been very recently. So there's definitely a few things that I didn't entirely remember specifically. I definitely remember that there was some sort of like love story in the beginning, but I was caught off guard by
the time.
For some reason, I think when I watched it before, I thought they like really knew each other. So it was just this sort of playful back and forth, maybe sort of thing. But then I think with the realization that like she just met this man, I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but it was a lot to get the birds and then drive 60 miles and then charter a boat and then walk into a house.
Yeah,
it's a little crazy.
It is.
It
is. But then crazier things happened later in the film, so then you kind of
definitely
that becomes like oh well, she did it, but still. So no, I loved it. I thought it was great, and yeah, I can't wait to see the next film. So yes, guys, don't forget, tomorrow we are over on Jess's channel. Jess, what are we watching tomorrow?
I believe we are going, we're sticking kind of back in time, and we will be watching The Haunting.
I've not seen this. Have you seen it?
No.
This is one film we both haven't seen.
Yeah.
So make sure you go over there tomorrow to check that out. It's going to be good. And yes, as always, please do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. All the social media description box below. And yeah, until next time. See ya.